President Xi Jinping stated that the People's Army is always a fighting force, and its vitality lies in its combat effectiveness. The fourth plenary session of the 20th CPC Central Committee proposed accelerating the development of advanced combat effectiveness and innovating how combat capabilities are built and applied. Advanced combat effectiveness represents the most advantageous capabilities in information-based and intelligent warfare, serving as a benchmark for military development and a strategic high ground in global military competition. Recently, the Navy's Anking and Dongguan ships formed a formation and set sail once again for the East China Sea to conduct live-fire training. This live-fire exercise, conducted under realistic combat conditions, served not only as a demonstration of firepower for the crew, but also as a comprehensive test of both technology and tactics. At the commander's order, the shells thundered out. However, the opening strike was not as flawless as expected. Even so, the experienced Wang Fulin responded with composure. There was some deviation in the first shot, but we had anticipated this possibility in advance. After all, we were working with new equipment and new responsibilities, and our experience was still limited. But we had prepared contingency plans, made decisive adjustments on the spot, and every subsequent round hit the target accurately. From the Chinese Aegis to the new 10,000-ton destroyer, Wang Fulin has grown alongside the Type 3 missile destroyer, shaping it and being shaped by it, continuously improving his own capabilities. As one of the first crew members of the Anking, he remarked that new equipment not only brings stronger firepower, but also demands greater psychological resilience and situational handling skills from the gunners. I've served on Type 05 to C and Type 05 to D destroyers, and the most direct feeling I have is that our equipment keeps getting more advanced. Our main guns are larger, carry more ammunition, deliver greater power, have longer range, and can strike across a wider area. With such new equipment, we have more confidence in winning battles and greater assurance in facing strong adversaries. Behind this confidence is the real skill and hard training that officers and sailors have honed while braving the waves. Every combat alert is a call for them to charge forward. How can this young warship quickly develop strong combat effectiveness? The officers and crew of the Anking are accelerating their efforts. During our first few overseas training missions, we also discovered many of our own shortcomings. For example, in our navigation department, we found gaps in individual skills, team coordination, equipment operation, and system integration during training. What we must do now is make full use of training time, improve training efficiency, and break through the last mile to achieve combat readiness as soon as possible. To break through that last mile, the entire ship has begun racing against time. Before each training session, every department drafts detailed plans down to each post. During training, stopwatches have become essential tools for officers and sailors, all in pursuit of greater speed. During training, we use stopwatches to record the time for every drill, just to see whether we've improved and can perform faster. Only through repeated practice, relentless practice, can we ensure that both we and our equipment perform instantly when called upon. If you can't push your skills to the limit, you can't secure the advantage in real combat. This is especially true for the intelligence and electronic warfare teams, who are responsible for the ship's overall battlefield awareness. Everyone understands what it means if you fail to detect the enemy on the battlefield. During training, the crew proactively increased the level of difficulty and created a complex electromagnetic environment, aiming to extend the ship's detection range and improve accuracy. With this new equipment, everyone is highly motivated and full of energy. In our most recent maritime training, besides completing the standard subjects, we also integrated formation alert duties to conduct early warning and detection drills using existing sea and air targets. We strive to detect targets earlier and at greater distances, sharpening our ability to perform these duties and achieving seamless coordination between personnel and equipment as soon as possible. Strong momentum is essential for advancing into the deep blue, and the development of new quality combat effectiveness is the decisive factor in winning future naval engagements. The officers and crew of the Anking look forward to braving the wind and waves with their warship on distant seas, forging themselves into steel through realistic combat training, and sailing even farther into the deep blue. In the next phase, we will deepen our understanding of the equipment, gradually increase the proportion of high-difficulty training under boundary conditions and complex electromagnetic environments, and push the integration of personnel and equipment to the limit so that the Anking's combat effectiveness can accelerate amid wind and waves and deliver decisive strikes on future battlefields. In recent days, various units have conducted multi-model, multi-scenario UAV flight training, exploring manned-unmanned tactical coordination and enhancing the mission capabilities of unmanned combat forces. On a field training ground, a brigade of the Army's 72nd Group Army is conducting collaborative UAV training.
2、1、点火。
The training focuses on subjects such as aerial reconnaissance and precision landing. UAVs perform a series of maneuvers including climbing, cruising, and attitude adjustment in complex airspace to capture battlefield information from all angles. Through hands-on flying and head-to-head drills, professional skills have been further strengthened, boosting the unit's overall combat effectiveness and ensuring readiness for diverse missions. In UAV training conducted by a border defense regiment in the Taching military sub-district of Xinjiang, officers and soldiers refined their skills in areas such as theoretical knowledge, flight simulation, practical operation, and tactical coordination. In simulated combat scenarios, trainees used quadcopter drones equipped with thermal imaging systems to closely track the escape routes of terrorist targets, transmitting real-time images and key information to command. The team successfully located and captured the violent terrorists. They fully leveraged the unique strengths of multi-rotor UAV's three-dimensional reconnaissance, wide area coverage, high-speed penetration, and precision strikes, and further streamlined coordination, optimized combat procedures, and enhanced overall combat effectiveness through deep manned-unmanned integration. At the tactical training ground of an Army brigade, an assault drill is underway. UAV controllers and armored infantry soldiers are integrated into a single assault team with multi-dimensional strike capabilities, strengthening the group's battlefield coordination and assault performance. With this integrated structure, combining manned and unmanned systems as well as reconnaissance and strike capabilities, the unit's assault effectiveness has improved significantly. UAV controllers must master various single aircraft control methods and tactical applications, training in tactics such as aerial bomb drops and air interception. In multi-model, collaborative training, officers and soldiers must not only learn UAV tactics, but also ensure seamless integration with traditional infantry operations. Focusing on new characteristics and new requirements, they have in recent years advanced technology and refined tactics step by step, conducting coordinated training across small units and multiple elements throughout the entire preparation process, accelerating the formation of combat effectiveness. Today marks the 31st National Safety Education Day for primary and secondary school students. This year's theme is Protecting and Growing Together. Army officers and soldiers visited schools to conduct themed education, demonstrations, and hands-on activities to strengthen students' safety awareness and self-protection skills. In Shandong and Hui and other regions, troops and local schools jointly carried out emergency evacuation drills. Officers and soldiers also used real campus cases to teach students about fire safety and earthquake response, improving their emergency awareness and self-rescue abilities. Learning safety knowledge and participating in evacuation drills has further strengthened my awareness of safety. When facing an emergency, I can stay calm and respond quickly. In Hubei, officers and soldiers visited primary and secondary schools to teach national defense knowledge and delivered a warm, meaningful springtime lesson in civic and political education. This time, armed police officers and soldiers entered schools to conduct safety education. The sessions were vivid, practical, and effective, strengthening students' safety awareness and improving overall campus safety. Spring is a peak season for respiratory infectious diseases. The 904th Hospital of the Joint Logistics Support Force organized senior medical staff to teach health knowledge to primary and secondary school students and guide them in learning CPR and other emergency first aid techniques. To date, the military doctors taught us many first aid methods. In the future, I'll not only be able to protect myself, but also help my classmates in critical moments. I think that's especially meaningful. The 957th Army Hospital is stationed in Ali, Tibet. Its medical staff travel across the snowy plateau year-round, delivering medical services to frontline border defense posts and building a health shield for officers and soldiers. Early in the morning, medical personnel from the 957th Hospital set out from their base, traveling hundreds of kilometers to conduct inspections at various posts. They provided medication to stationed officers and soldiers and answered their health-related questions. In response to common plateau issues, such as sleep disorders, abnormal blood pressure, and altitude-related polycythemia, Shen Min and his colleagues, drawing on 29 years of medical experience, have developed a mature treatment plan for altitude sickness. What we can do is bring the highest quality medical services to every outpost and every soldier, truly serving them with sincerity and dedication. During one patrol, Shenmin learned that a soldier had been experiencing nausea and vomiting after arriving at high altitude. The soldier assumed it was normal altitude sickness, but Shenmin, relying on his experience, immediately ordered further examinations, which revealed a gastric perforation. Thanks to the timely diagnosis, the soldier's condition was brought under control. Although we are stationed on the plateau and the natural environment is harsh, many people like Nurse Shen come here to treat our physical ailments, provide warm care, inspire us to guard the border, and give us strong motivation. At this hospital, medical staff not only safeguard the health of officers and soldiers with professional skills, but also warm the hearts of plateau troops with care as gentle as spring rain. Serving the people is serving the mission. Since its establishment, the hospital has been committed to taking root in Ali and protecting lives. They remain committed to delivering the highest quality medical resources to frontline officers and soldiers, ensuring they receive the best possible care so their health is protected and their confidence in winning future battles is strengthened.